Let's talk about the film Terrifier 4 and what it could possibly be, because we just got done with Terrifier 3 over the weekend, and let me tell you, that cliffhanger of an ending definitely sets up so much to come. But let's get into it. So before we get any further into this video and talking about theories, I want to go ahead and ask you to hit the subscribe button, notification bell, and make sure you follow us on our Instagram, because we are currently doing a giveaway for Alien Romulus digital codes tomorrow, and we will be announcing a winner tomorrow night. The deadline will be tomorrow at noon, so all you have to do is follow us on Instagram, which you can find in the video, and comment on the Terrifier 4 post that we have up right now that you want to enter the giveaway, and we will be announcing the winner tomorrow night. Make sure you follow us here on YouTube and on our Instagram. Tons of giveaways still to come. Let's get into Terrifier 4. So Damien and Leone seemingly teased that Terrifier 4 was going to happen. This was at Fantastic Fest, which we got the chance to attend, and during the premiere of the film, he said during the Q&A that Terrifier 4 pretty much is in the work. Now, he does say that he has pretty much planned it all out and has mapped where he wants to take the story next, and that raises a lot of questions of where exactly does the story go next, because we saw that pretty much Terrifier 3 introduced that there is much more than meets the eye. We are so far gone from Terrifier 1, because Terrifier 1 we saw Art was still pretty much like a regular serial killer. In Terrifier 2 we saw them become something more, and in number 3 we learn even more about Sienna as well, and by the end of it see both of them almost transcend. So at the end of the film in Terrifier 3 we saw Sienna was able to use the sword to vanquish Victoria Hayes, who now is possessed by a demon. It's being told explicitly to us. Art the Clown seems to be sort of also a dark entity that is forcing that the demon is using as well for energy, and the ultimate goal seems to be of this demon to possess Sienna Shaw, as they see her as a great vessel. So during some moments during Terrifier 3 we get flashbacks of Sienna's father as they create the character that Sienna is in the costume she wears in Terrifier 2. Basically almost hinting towards that Sienna is indeed an angel, and that Art the Clown is a demon alongside Victoria Hayes, and Sienna has to protect this earth from these demons and evil entities. So at the end of Terrifier 3 we saw that Sienna slayed Victoria Hayes with the sword. Ultimately what happened is that the blood from Victoria Hayes started to create a portal, and almost like acid, in which we saw Gabby, which is Sienna's younger cousin who looks up to Sienna, fall deep into it. Now the thing about that was it wasn't just like a hole or anything. It seemed to be almost like a portal of sorts and sent her somewhere else, which in my opinion is hell. During this whole climatic thing where Sienna's trying to save Gabby, we saw Art the Clown pretty much ditch everybody and bounce, and he's back on a bus in which a woman is reading Ninth Circle. So this could all very much so just be a big tie-in to the Ninth Circle film, All Hallows Eve and all of that, which we've seen was the sort of spawn point for Art the Clown. Also, a thing that we could definitely see here is maybe we are about to see Sienna Shaw enter hell, the 9 circles of hell, right? And I do want to make a whole breakdown about the whole Dante's Inferno and the 9 circles of hell with the Terrifier series, about my thoughts on it. That's going to be a whole other video, so stay tuned for that. But here we're just talking about what Terrifier 4 could include. So like I said, it is definitely time that Sienna Shaw really goes forth and try to vanquish Art the Clown. I think the stakes have never been higher, and I think this is as high as they're going to get between these two. This is not saying that Terrifier 4 will be the last in the series, but I could definitely see it be a closing point for Sienna Shaw's story. I think that there isn't much more that she can lose anymore, and all she can do now is go forth and kill Art the Clown. We saw that Sienna at the end of Terrifier 3 showcased that she's able to sort of grasp her power more. She was able to rejuvenate herself after the attack she received. Now, another thing about Terrifier 4 we have to think about is that we never saw Jonathan's death on screen. Yes, Victoria and Art said that skull that was in the glass and all of that was being eaten by rats was Jonathan's skull, but remember earlier they had said it was Gabby's skull, and it turned out it wasn't. So I think that they're still tricking Sienna, and they're trying to get her to sort of lose her hope, because as we know, the demon wants Sienna to let her guard down in order to be able to infiltrate her. So this demon will do whatever it takes alongside Art the Clown to be able to do just that. So I think that we're going to see Jonathan come back in Terrifier 4 and aid Sienna in taking down Art the Clown finally, in this evil entity, which we're not entirely sure what this evil entity is just yet, but it seems that her father sort of had a hunch or had an sort of like intuition about what was coming, and that's the reason they created this. Or maybe they're just like psychic or a medium of sorts, and they're able to really like feel what's coming next, almost like they know about the end of times, right? So I could definitely see that Terrifier 4 could be an apocalyptic take on the whole series. Now, I'm very curious too if they completely abandon like the whole cityscape and slasher vibes of this movie and the previous and the first one, and go forth with something that feels a little bit more like Hellraiser and really in another dimension of sorts. Because I think that the scope of the story in the movies has definitely gotten to a point where it has to like go away from what it's been doing and provide us this bigger landscape, almost like a battlefield of sorts. We're going to see Sienna and Art the Clown. I'm not saying we're going to be here watching some Dragon Ball Z type fight where they go back and forth for like the duration of the whole movie, but I definitely do see a larger scale that Damien Leone is trying to establish here. And you know, I'm open for anything. If Damien Leone wants to try something new and showcase maybe a different scope of a horror movie than what we're used to from the previous Terrifier films, I'm down. If he wants to go back to them and still showcase maybe a little bit, I'm down. Damien Leone definitely has caught my interest after this third film. I am excited about it. I am ready to see where Art the Clown and Sienna Shaw's story goes from here. But let me know what you think would be a good setup for a Terrifier 4 film. I really do think that we have to go to hell at some point, because Sienna does have to go and get Gabby wherever this like dimension is. Victoria Hayes is definitely coming back. There's just no way they don't include this woman in this. She's become such a staple to be with Art the Clown, especially after this film. I think their bond grew a little closer. Art the Clown, no doubt about my mind, is returning as well. And Jonathan will definitely be back. I don't think Jonathan is dead at all. Like I said, there's just no way they take out a main character like Jonathan off screen. So we could definitely see that character return at some capacity. And I'm very curious as well to what they would want to introduce in the next one. Showcase another character, and do we finally get an embodiment of what this demon from hell looks like, right? I think that'd be a pretty dope idea as well. But like I said, there's so many things up in the air. Final showdown between Sienna Shaw and Art the Clown is for sure in Terrifier 4, but I don't think that means it's the end of the series, even if Sienna is not in the series anymore. But let me know what you think. Do you think that Sienna is such an integral part of the series that you think that if no more Sienna, no more Art the Clown? Comment below. Like I said, I think Sienna is such a great character, and I want to see her story fleshed out and given a proper good ending. But I would still love to see Art the Clown. Maybe like I've seen some people talk about prequels or things like that, or things in between. Definitely open to hear what y'all think about Terrifier 4, but those are just my thoughts and my opinions. But let me know your thoughts and opinions below. Like I said, we are running a giveaway, so all you have to do is make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, and comment on the Terrifier 4 post we have over there that you want to enter the giveaway, and we will announce a winner tomorrow night. The giveaway ends on October 15th at noon, so you have until then to enter. So make sure you enter, and I'll see all of you next time on the road to 35,000 subscribers. About 1,000 to go for that, so super excited for it. As always, stay safe, stay positive.
He's scaring me too.
Hey,